Hi Flosstube, my name is Laura and welcome to my channel, Loves Rubber Stamps and Needle Crafts. Today is Saturday, May 8th, and this is going to be a special edition Flosstube video. For this video, I'm going to be sharing all about the Spring 2021 Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat that my mom and I attended last weekend. It was held in Amana, Iowa, and it started on Thursday, the 29th of April, and ran through Sunday, May 2nd. It was, the coordinator for the retreat is Michelle, Farm Girl, and the designer this time was Paulette Stewart from Plum Street Samplers. And the retreat was a blast. Michelle always puts on the best retreats. You just come and stitch all weekend. You get to see a lot of old friends, and this time at the retreat, about half of the people that came were first-time attendees to one of Michelle's retreats. So that was really fun to get to meet a lot of new stitchers that hadn't been to a retreat before. It ran really smooth. The venue, it was held at Price Creek Event Center in Amana, and the owners of that always do a fantastic job accommodating all of us. The food is amazing. You get to go and walk around the shops, and it's located right on the main street of Amana, so it's just a ton of fun. And Mom and I are really blessed that we're able to attend Michelle's retreats when she has them. So I have some notes written down. This video will be pretty picture heavy, so I can share things from the retreat with you. So first, what I thought the format that I'm going to do, I'm going to share, I only worked on one project over the weekend while I was there, so I'll share that, and then I'll share some videos that I took of the brag tables. People were able to bring in some finishes that they were proud of and put them on a table so we could all ooh and ah over them. So I'll insert some videos of the brag tables of the items that people brought. Then I will share our exclusive kit that we got. It is gorgeous. When you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Paulette really did an amazing job with it. It's probably one of my favorite projects that I have ready to go. In fact, it's taking all my willpower not to forego all of my Stitch Mania plans and just start it because it's gorgeous. So I'll share the kit that we got, and then I took pictures of, Paulette had a little trunk show set up so we could go in and purchase some of her newest releases, and she had some of her older releases that were patriotic stitching available for us, and she had some models, so I took pictures of the models that she brought for us to see during her display, so I'll insert pictures of those. And then Saturday night, Mom and I both participated in an exchange. There's a smalls exchange that happens, and so I'll share the project that I received in my smalls exchange. And then after the retreat, after the smalls exchange, everybody puts them on a table, and I took some pictures of all the smalls that people made for the exchanges. So I'll insert those pictures last. So like I said, it's going to be pretty picture heavy this time. So and then at the very end, I'll share the haul that I purchased from the trunk show. So we'll go ahead and get started. First, the project that I worked on, I don't know if you had a chance to see my last Flosstube video, but I had shared that I wanted to start my Edna Goes to Brunch by Lindy Stitches. I wanted to start this at the retreat, and I did, and I worked on it all weekend. And the photo that the chart is based off of. This is the picture that I took. This little bird, Edna, she visited our bird feeder every day that summer, and she was very distinctive because of her little feathers that stuck up on each side of her head. She's just a little house finch, little female house finch. But it was so sweet to see her come every day, and she'd hang out for sometimes at least a half an hour to 45 minutes a day. She'd just lay on the bird feeder and take naps. She'd eat the oranges that we put out. So it was really fun seeing her all summer. So I had entered Lindy Stitch's contest for bird, it was called a bird along, and Edna won, so she used it to create a cross stitch chart. So, and I think Lindy Stitches did amazing. It's hard to see in the picture, but she even captured her little feathers. So I think she did an amazing job recreating the picture. So that is what I stitched on all weekend at the retreat. And my mom also started it and stitched on it too. So here's where I got. So I'm stitching this on a 32 count Lugana by Color and Cotton, and the color is called Celeste, and it's just a really pretty teal. Like, that's pretty true to color back there, the teal color. But the way that Lindy Stitches did the lilacs, the little lilac bushes, it looks gorgeous on a teal fabric, and the way the fabric shows through the flowers just makes them really beautiful. So I was able to get that giant orange stitched during the retreat. That was my goal. I wanted to get that stitched and completed because I think the rest will go pretty quickly. So that was a really fun stitch, and like I said, Mom and I just worked on this the whole weekend. So that was the project I worked on. And it's living in my project bag that I won in my prize package. It's a birding project bag. It's really cute. And then the little zipper pull is binoculars. And it looks like it was made by the 805 Stitcher. Really cute. All right, and then I will go ahead and insert the videos that I took of the brag table projects here.
Now that I started going back to church, now that's the only place I like to go. That's right. What I want to do is oh, see, that's smart. Where'd you go? Oh, my gosh, that's, well, it's always that way. My car was on the tank. Yeah, I haven't had a problem, but Wichita is the cheapest place to buy gas, I think, in the US. And dinner is $2.79. I was a little hesitant to put in the ethanol grade up here because I didn't know how much percentage ethanol I had in it. If it's a high percentage ethanol, my car will just burn. See, I used to do the regular. So I just did the mid-grade up here. That's nice. It's $3.15. She's like, you have a whole entire bonus. I know. Oh, it was spoiled. $1.79. I was surprised that my car got 26 miles a gallon yesterday. And I drive a Cadillac SUV. It's pretty up there. I don't remember seeing that either.
Queen person.
And as you can see, there were a lot of really beautiful projects that people brought to share. Some of my favorites, I don't know if you saw in the one video of the big drum that was made from Paulette's Plum Street Samplers Hello Spring. I believe that was the pattern, or Hello Summer maybe, from that series. But it was a really big drum and perfectly made. And actually the lady that sat next to me, Susan, she was the one that made that. She's amazing at her drum finishes. Susan and my friend Sherry, Mom and I had actually sat with them last retreat, the fall retreat, and it was kind of funny because Mom and I had sat with Sherry and Susan all weekend, and I ended up winning Sherry's exchange piece in the fall, and Mom ended up getting Susan's exchange piece for the fall. So that we just thought that was kind of funny that we sat with them, and then Mom and I both ended up with their gifts. And actually, for the exchange piece this year, I got Sherry's small again, which I'm fine with because she makes amazing stuff. So I had teased her that I was going to put my order in on what I wanted for the fall exchange. So we kind of giggled over that. So now I will go ahead and share with you the exclusive kit that we made, or that we received from Paulette. This thing is gorgeous. So it came in this box, and it had our name written on the tag. This really cool compass. Look at the pretty writing. So the design is called Live on Little, and this is kind of a clip from the design. Like, check out this house. The brick work in it on the model is gorgeous. Those colors are amazing, and it's just breathtakingly beautiful when you see it in person. So let me share with you what's inside this kit. So it came with the pattern that we received. So here's what the whole design looks like. Let's see if I can take it out so it's not so shiny. And the saying says, "How great the blessing and vast the art to live on little with a thankful heart." And what I really love is, like, you look at the sampler and it's so proper and beautiful, and then you notice right down here in the corner there's a sweet little mermaid with her little mirror that she's looking in. So there's a little bit of whimsy, and I love that. And look at the size of those crabs, or lobsters, or some lobsters. They're as big as the whales. It's crazy. So just a stunning chart, and I'm super excited to stitch that. And then inside we got all of the floss to stitch it. There's the DMC colors, pretty blues, and then there's some fancy flosses. Then we got this amazing starfish beeswax, and that was made by Lady Dot Creates. And then the fabric that we received came packaged like this. So it has this little, and I know that, I believe, if I remember correctly, the fabric came from a dyer in Australia that she had. And I'll show you what the fabric looks like unfolded. It's a beautiful color. Yeah, the fabric it's a Fox and Rabbit Designs fabric called Hog Bristle. It's a beautiful color. So you can see it's just a really pretty tan that has almost like some gray modeling through it. Real subtle gray modeling. I love this fabric. It's amazing. So, gorgeous fabric. And I don't know if you can tell on this, but on the ship, there's 3 flags that go across. And in our kit, we got this chart that says nautical alphabet. So what you can do for those 3 little flags is you can choose your initials and stitch the flag to represent your initials. So I thought that was really cool. So mine will be L, S, L. So that was really cool. And that's all that was in here. So stunning kit. I'll insert a couple of pictures. I took a picture of Paulette with the sampler. Mom and I sat at the very back of the room, so my picture isn't the greatest because we're way in the back. So and then I took a close-up picture of the model, so I'll insert those 2 pictures here. And like I said, I'm really wanting to start that sampler. It's really hard to continue on with my Stitch Mania because I just want to start it. The house and the brickwork, it was just stunning. That it's going to be a lot of work because the giant house and that whole ocean and the ocean and behind the house, it's all full coverage. So it's going to be a lot, but it'll be worth it when it's done. And then I will share with you now the gifts that we received from as our retreat gifts. So we got this really cool project bag. It's one of the vinyl mesh bags. It's really pretty. I love that logo. And then inside we got a matching little Notions pouch that has the same symbol. Be good to carry your needles or like extra needles, things like that. And then we got this pair of heirloom embroidery scissors. So that was really cool. And a couple of the ladies that attended passed out gifts to everybody. So we got this really pretty sticker. It says cross stitching is my superpower. And that was from Tina. Tina is so sweet. She always provides a lot of fully kitted, gorgeous projects for like door prizes, every retreat. She's super sweet, and in fact she gave me this big bag of various fabrics that with good sized pieces that are scraps and perfect size for ornaments. So this will be awesome to dig into and start using because for my Stitch Mania I'm doing Halloween ornaments for Stitch Mania, where I start one, work on it till it's done, start a new one, work on it till it's finished. So these fabrics will be perfect for Halloween or fall ornaments for my Stitch Mania. So that was amazing. Thank you so much, Tina. Really appreciate that. And then another lady passed out this sweet little beeswax heart. So that was an amazing gift. And we also received a little bling for little needle minder from Ray Niles on Instagram. So that was really sweet. Mine's green, little blingy. So that was very sweet of those ladies to bring everybody a gift, little gift to share. So that was it for our gifts. Now I'll go ahead and insert pictures of Paulette's models that she shared in her trunk show. Oh, I did forget to share this. Susan, the lady that we were sitting with, she won a door prize, and she received the whole Main Street series of Country Cottage Needleworks, and there actually was 2 of the Main Street charts in her set that she won. And so she gave this one to me because she had an extra. So thank you, Susan. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and quickly share the haul that I bought from Paulette's Trunk Show. So some of these are her new releases, and I did buy some of her older patriotic charts that I didn't have yet. So I got Flag Flock. Her Hedgerow. This one is super cute. Like, look at the little baby hedgehog laying on its back. It's adorable. I got Flirting. And then I had to get the 3 patriotic samplers. So I got the Equality sampler. Sorry for the glare on these. I got a New Constellation. So I didn't have that one yet. And then I got the Heritage sampler. So I thought those would be pretty in a series. Then I got this Always Remember. And what I really loved about these, besides the poppies, I love her eagles. But if you look at this house, it almost has, the house is going to be gorgeous. The model was stunning. But it almost has like a Ohio star pattern in the, it's beautiful. And it was gorgeous on this blue fabric. And I always wanted a poppies. I don't want to get the other one of hers that's a poppy one too. But my grandpa, the one I'm stitching my red birds for, he was a Marine, and he always supported the Salvation Army, and every fall they do a fundraiser where they sell the little paper poppy flowers, and he would always buy one for him and buy one for me. So kind of reminds me of my grandpa. And then I got Liberty Lodge, and I had to get that because the truck is so cute. And then I got George Decorates for Martha. This is more of a fall theme piece, but I thought it was really pretty. And the model that was stitched is gorgeous too. It's like a really pretty pillow. So that was my haul from the Trunk Show. And now I'll go ahead and share my Smalls Exchange piece that I won. So really quickly, in my last video, I did share these in person. So if you want to go back and watch that, you can see the 2 exchanges pieces that I made, my exchange piece and Mom's. But I'll insert a picture here of Mom's small exchange that I made into a pillow for her here. And then I'll insert a picture of the exchange piece that I did. It was Heartstring Samplery. O is for Old Glory, and I finished it in a treasure box. And like I said, I was lucky enough to receive the small piece that was created by Sherry. And like I said, it was funny because I won her exchange piece last time too. So this is the one that I received, and she was nice enough to include a card that has all the information. So this is a Plum Street Samplers, and it's finished in that hoop with all the hoops that she stained. It's a little covered box. And in here, is some thread drops, and Sherry makes these and sells them in her, she has an Etsy store, and it's got this really pretty thread keep. That's the salt box house, little scissors. So that was inside, and it's this really pretty box, and this lid fits right on top. So this design is from the summer salt boxes from Plum Street Samplers. She stitched it on a 36 count vintage country mocha linen using all the called for floss, except for the B5200. She used B5200 for the white instead of Snowball. And she used walnut crystals on all the stitching of eggshell and the B5200. So she antiqued the white with walnut crystals. That looked cool. And then, like I said, she stained the hoops. But this is such a pretty box, and it's gonna look gorgeous on my little table. And keep like my extra needles, packs of needles and stuff in there. I love it. And yeah, so now I'll insert the pictures of all of the smalls that people made. They were really, to be honest, no matter what gift you ended up with, it was going to be something that was stunning. Everybody always does such an amazing job, and there's some really beautiful projects. When you're looking through the pictures, the one that Mom received is going to be pictured right under my salt box project. It's a needle book, and it had this really cute design that said busy as a bee. So that's the one that Mom received in her exchange. So I'll go ahead and insert those pictures here. Lastly, the only last thing I have is when we were sitting with Sherry and Susan, like I mentioned, Sherry was the lady that made the box that I won. She does have an Etsy store, and I purchased these from her. These are made of cherry wood, and this is the name of her Etsy store. It's Creative Keeps Studio on Etsy. And she had these it's like burned into the wood, but these are floss winders. So this one is 9-inch, I believe she said 9-inch ones, and this one is a 12-inch. So what you do is you wind your floss around, and if you want 12-inch, it's for your thread drops. So you wind your floss around. And if you want 24-inch lengths for the 12-inch, you just cut one side. and that makes 24-inch lengths for you to do the loop start. Or if you want 12-inch working lengths, you just cut both ends and it will give you the uniform size for your thread drops. And likewise with this one, this is the 9-inch. So if you cut both sides, you can have 9-inch lengths, or if you wrap it around and only cut one side, then it gives you 18-inch lengths of floss. So I purchased these from her. I'm not sure if she'll have these in her Etsy store or not, but you can always check her store out and watch and see if she has them. But like I said, she does make thread drops and some other items too. So, and that is all that I have for you from the Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat. Again, a huge thanks to Michelle for all the hard work that she puts into putting the retreats on. The work that she puts in behind the scenes is really evident when you get to attend her retreats, because they're always a ton of fun. Everything runs really smoothly, no issues. You just go catch up with old friends, meet some new stitchy friends, and just have a blast chatting and stitching and eating all weekend. So Mom and I are lucky enough that we get to go to her fall retreat, and it's going to be at Amana again in October. And the designer for that one's going to be Brenda Gervais, which is going to be amazing. Brenda did last year's fall retreat, and she did an amazing job. We're really looking forward to it. One other thing, I did want to say a thank you to Michelle's husband, Gary. He came to the retreat, and actually his family is from Amana and was one of the founding families there. And I believe his grandma or great grandma, one of his grandmas, was a kitchen boss there back in the day. So his family owned a house that is now a museum there. So that's really cool. So he gave us a presentation on the history of Amana and kind of how it came to be settled. And it was really, really interesting. And Mom and I are hoping maybe with the next retreat, if the weather's nice, to be able to get there a little bit earlier and do some exploring and kind of see some of the sites and stuff that he talked about, because it would be really neat to see those. So I think that's it. That's all I have for you. I'm going to hopefully continue with my Stitch Mania plans, stitching those Halloween ornaments so I can have a Halloween tree this year. So hopefully at the end of Stitch Mania, I'll come back and share with you hopefully quite a few ornaments that I was able to start and finish during Mania. So I appreciate you stopping by, and have a good weekend, and happy stitching, everybody. I'm back. I forgot one thing that I forgot to write down on my notes. So while we were in Amana over the weekend, it was actually, they had a festival that was going on called May Fest to celebrate May Day. So on Saturday, they had a parade that went right by the event center that we got to watch. And then they had what's called maypole dancers. And I was able to take a video of their little dance that they did with the maypoles. So I'll insert that at the very end if you would like to see what that is. All right, that is it. And again, appreciate you watching and stopping by, and hope you get lots of stitching in. Until next time.